Now in these semiconductor devices, we see PN junction diode as a rectifier. We know that AC voltage having sinusoidal nature, means like this, both direction. So that electronic circuit which converts AC into DC, that is called as rectifier. Rectifier means AC voltage is converted into DC voltage is called as rectifier. Means the conversion of AC voltage into a DC voltage is called as rectifier. So diode used as a rectifier. Now there are two types of rectifier, half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. First we see half wave rectifier. So this is the circuit diagram of half wave rectifier. So in this circuit diagram we have given here, this is the AC input voltage and this is transformer. In this transformer, P1 and P2 be the primary of transformer, primary coil, and S1 and S2 be the secondary of transformer, secondary coil. This is diode. D means diode. Diode, we know that the P-type semiconductors are joined to the N-type semiconductors to a boundary. That boundary is called a junction, and that is called PN junction diode. So this is PN junction diode, and we have connect a load resistance RL. So I is the current flowing through the circuit, and this we get the output voltage, DC output voltage across load resistance RL. Now in this circuit diagram, diode and load resistance RL are connected in series with the secondary of transformer as shown in figure. Now first we see, as we have given AC input voltage to the primary of transformer, then across secondary S1 and S2. So we know that for AC input voltage there is a cycle, positive, negative, positive, negative. In this case, see here, if we have applied the AC voltage to primary of transformer, then for first half cycle, for first positive half cycle, S1 becomes positive. S1 becomes positive and S2 becomes negative, so that this is the anode of the diode and this is the cathode of the diode. So for first positive half cycle, diode anode of diode connected to the positive of S1, therefore the diode in forward bias mode or forward bias, so hence it will be conduct current through the load resistance RL, and we will get the output across load resistance RL. So for positive, first positive half cycle, it will be, we will get the output voltage across load resistance RL. Now again for next half cycle, that is negative half cycle, AC input voltage we have given here, and for next negative half cycle this becomes negative, S1 becomes negative. That's why we have given the negative terminal or negative potential to the anode of the diode, and then the diode in reverse bias, and hence it will do not conduct current, and that's why there is no flow of current through the load resistance RL, and we don't get output across the load resistance RL. That's why this cycle does not rectify, and then it becomes in reverse bias mode, diode in reverse bias mode. So here this will be do not rectify, we don't get the output across load resistance RL for negative half cycle. Again for next positive half cycle, then S1 becomes positive and diode again in forward bias, and it will be conduct the current through load resistance. We get the output again, we will get the output. So in this way, in both alternative form, in alternative positive half cycles, diode conducts and current flow in the same direction. Suppose this is A and B, from A to B. Current always flow from A to B, and we will get the load, we get the output voltage across the load resistance Rn, that is DC. So this is the waveform of half wave rectifier. See, this is the AC input voltage having sinusoidal nature, and this is the DC output voltage. In this DC output, negative half cycle will be blocked and positive half cycle will be passed, that is rectified. In this way, we will get the DC output, and this is the waveform of input output voltage of half wave rectifier. This is complete about half wave rectifier. So in this way, diode used as a half wave rectifier. Diode used as a half wave rectifier. A very important property of diode is that it converts AC into DC. That is called rectification or rectifier. The circuit is called as rectifier, and that is called rectification. So or rectifier. So the conversion of AC voltage into a DC voltage is called as rectifier. So this is complete about half wave rectifier. Okay.